We now move on into some breaking news, and Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum says she has discussed national security and sovereignty with US President Donald Trump following his remarks about possible ground attacks against drug cartels. Posting on social media, Sheinbaum said the leaders spoke about security cooperation while respecting each country's sovereignty as well as efforts to reduce drug trafficking. The talks also covered trade and investment ties between the two neighbors. Trump had said last week that land-based military action against drug cartels could follow recent US maritime operations in the Pacific and the Caribbean, though he did not specify when or where such operations might take place. We move on now when US President Donald Trump posted an image on his Truth Social portraying himself as the acting president of Venezuela. The graphic, styled like a Wikipedia entry, listed him as both the 45th and 47th President of the United States and the interim Venezuelan leader. The unusual social media post follows a US military operation on the 3rd of January in which American forces conducted large-scale strikes on Venezuela, and the Trump administration said that they captured Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and First Lady Cilia Flores amid drug-related indictments. While the US government claims oversight of Venezuela's administration until a safe and proper judicious transition, no international authority has formally recognized Trump as Venezuela's acting president. Within Venezuela, Vice President and Oil Minister Delcy Rodriguez was sworn in as interim president under the country's legal framework, a position acknowledged by Caracas institutions. Joining us now to discuss this is Raymond Vickery. He's an international affairs expert and former US Assistant Secretary of Commerce. He joins us live from Washington, D.C. Raymond, thank you very much for talking to us. It's a pleasure, as always. Of course, this is classic Trump theatrics on his social media platform, posting an image of him, self-proclaiming as the interim president of Venezuela. Of course, no international recognition when it comes to that title, and the political future of Venezuela remains unclear. Delcy Rodriguez has been sworn in as the interim president. What did you make of this, if not the message and the message behind it?
Well, thanks for having me, Thomas. It seems to me that this is just one more indication of President Trump's mindset, which is a throwback to the 19th century, in which you had great powers who put together their own empires. Instead of seeing the world as it has been since World War II, where we've had cooperation, a UN charter, principles of non-aggression, his view is that of my way or the highway. The old might is right approach, which led us to having empires in the late 19th century and early 20th, and led to disaster. Because when these empires rub up against each other, then you get generalized war, and you throw in nuclear weapons, and you have an existential sort of crisis. The other thing which it shows, it seems to me, is that Donald Trump, as you've indicated, is basically a showman. For 14 years, he had a television show, The Apprentice, in which the tagline was, "You're fired," to make for great interest dramatically. And so he continues to do this sort of thing, this sort of posting of a fake Wikipedia page, which is exactly contrary to what the international community, including the United States, has been committed to, namely to try to wage peace like you wage war. That is, to have a strategy, to have principles, to have partners to try to bring about generalized peace and prosperity rather than war. But that's not the orientation of President Trump or his administration.
And of course, Raymond, back then Donald Trump was the host of a show and a real estate tycoon. Now he's the president of the United States, and some would say the most powerful person in the world. How do you analyze his messaging? Of course, mainly through his Truth Social network, which of course is his own, where he's posted a few examples come to mind. The AI Trump Gaza meme, the video, the No Kings protests or video of him defecating on protesters. How do you view Donald Trump's use of social media, and have we ever seen anything like it before in history?
No, I think we have not. We have seen the rough and tumble of politics in the United States and things being said, but we've never had a president who has really disregarded the norms of what a president is, and that should be charged with not self-aggrandizement, but the good of the country. Obviously, ambition has always been a part of the presidency, but there has never been a situation in which there has been this combination of ego, this combination of using the techniques of entertainment in order to be able to seek a position as a great man. I predict that our institutions will eventually hold, but we're in a very rough patch. We have these interim elections coming up here, midterm elections this year, and I think that this will redound, his actions will redound to his detriment, but he's trying to fix those elections as well, and we must work our way through this. But it is completely contrary to what has happened with Democrats, Republicans alike throughout the 250-year history of the United States.
Raymond, do stay with us as we move next from the United States and over to Europe for our next story. And the